Fib.NQ on the 9.
According to Axios, OpenAI's Brockman and A16Z contribute to Pro AI Super PAC.
Enigma short on the GC2.
We have posted our Fed's Wallace speech on the feed for you to read through.
Fib.NQ on the 5. Touch NQ on the 37.
Alrighty then, good morning, good morning. Let's see, we've got full auto turned on. It's full auto Friday. I see gold's already taken a trade. There's a 16.4 Enigma up there, and we're gonna get into it here this morning. We've got see, one of my charts is a little
upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
Having some refresh problems there. That's really interesting. I'm gonna press F5 here on this chart and see if we can, might have to reload the data and might clear cache here this morning. Let's see what's going on here with the data. Refreshing the MACV chart. I'm going to apologize for my throat here this morning. I do have a little bit of a cold, little under the weather. It's still this cold, just getting to me a little bit, so I apologize. I'm a little nasally here. I'm totally stuffed in the you guys don't want to hear all that. Anyway, let's get to it here. It is 9:03, about 3 minutes past the top of the hour. We've got about 27 minutes to the US Open. I may need to restart my NinjaTrader. I left this on overnight. I was watching that gold movement, like crazy movement there in gold. Anybody else watching the gold area there? Pretty wild stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I thought there might be a problem there. Okay, yeah, we got one of these hanging up here on me. Yeah, I'm probably going to restart NinjaTrader here real quick. Don't forget, it is Full Auto Friday. Let me put you guys here in the waiting room here real quick while I give her a old reboot here. Not rebooting the whole machine, but we're going to restart NinjaTrader here this morning. Make sure we got a nice clean start, early in, early out on a Friday. Hope everyone has had a great week so far. All right, I'm gonna clear cache. We go into our NinjaTrader 8 folder, run AlgoBox new, clean, high priority startup. It's going to clear all our data and all that kind of fun stuff. All right, let's get reconnected here. Let's see, while that's coming up there, just so I believe today is the last day to grab Apex accounts for the 90% off using code AlgoBox. I'm actually going to be grabbing some of those here myself. Don't forget, on Monday, I'm going to be using some trader funding accounts, using our trade copier, and getting my feet wet in the trader funding space. Try to show some examples of a little bit of a different style of trading to pass evaluations, then getting through various phases of each of those challenges. And we'll see if I can do it. It will definitely be a bit different. Extra rules, trading the markets. And it's really about extra filtering. So the filtering that we already have in place kind of comes from, it moves from standard operating procedure, things that can be, you know, during standard operations, to absolutes in those trader funding programs, because they have absolutes. So a few adjustments there. Okay, waiting for the charts there. We've got 6 instruments loading up here. We've got NASDAQ, ESRTY, gold, crude, and I'm missing one, Dow. The Nerd +2, NERD +2, gold and crude. And gold trade is currently in the red. Here, let's see if these charts will finish loading up here. Morning. I wonder what's going on with the data feeds here this morning. Someone asked, how do you reboot and refresh? Yeah, so we have, let me pull up our documentation area and I'll show you, we have a special bat file that will kind of do all this for you to clear cache and all that kind of stuff for you with just one double click, and put your NinjaTrader in high priority. Okay, well, let me get mine. I might have to do something else here. What is going on? Okay, so we might be having some issues here. Let me go to Task Manager. I'm going to kill it. Oh, nuts. All right, going to kill, and we're going to rerun that again. So if you've installed AlgoBox, if you open up your NinjaTrader 8 folder, you're looking for the file that says AlgoBox_new. It's the first thing you see. It's a pretty long name there. AlgoBox_new_clean_high priority _startup.bat. I have to put my username and password in here. Let me switch to the cover screen there. There we go. All right, give me one moment here to log in. Go all the way to log in here. All right, still got about 20 minutes to the US Open here. Having some technical issues getting going here this morning. Let's try that again. Let's connect to our data feeds. So I'm trying to get set up for Monday. We're going to have trade copiers running with multiple accounts. Trying to do for now we'll call it the Apex challenge, although we will be also, I think, adding some funded next accounts in there. There are a lot of trader funding programs out there, and you want to make sure that you are, in my opinion, being with the ones that you know are going to get paid out, and ones that have some transparency when you know, if you have rules that are bent or broken, that they've got some kind of features to give you that information. I saw a video yesterday actually on the updates that Apex put out, where you have even further clarity and transparency in your dashboard to be able to see any rules that you might have surpassed, even if you were in profit. That, well, if there was something that you might have breached, or you know, too much of a drawdown, over 30% drawdown type of scenarios, is all there in their dashboard now. So looking forward to being able to see some of that as well. Actually, I hope I don't have to see it, but you know what I'm saying. That if I do, I'll know ahead of time before payouts and all that kind of stuff. So today, still be trading my normal live accounts, but come Monday, we are starting February 2/2, February 2nd. We will be going with the Apex account. So I'm going to be grabbing those 90% off. Final day to do that, it is Friday. And 90% off there on Apex if you use code AlgoBox. Let's come down to this screen here. There we go. So top right there, you'll see
Enigma long on the
use that Apex code to get 90% off today. If you guys want to run along with me there in February, might be a good opportunity to do that. Up to you.
Long on the YM2.
All right, got full auto turned on across the boards there. Had a few technical difficulties there, but had to clear cache and start up. So someone asked, how do you do the clear cache and all that? Let me show you this here. There's a performance section in our documentation. So if you head to docs.algoboxpro.com, I know it's a lot of text, a lot of writing, but a lot of our stuff here is graphical. This one happens to be a little more detailed on what we're looking here for. But on this page here, let's go up here and we'll look for the word cache, if I can spell it properly this morning. So we want to clear cache. There we go. This is the one that we're looking for. I just already know what I'm looking for. But the name of the file to run is that one right there. AlgoBox new clean high priority startup.bat. I'm just going to clear the cache, outdated tick data, clear all the data. And it also says high priority. So it will launch NinjaTrader in high priority mode on Windows for you as well. Now, normally if you want to run NinjaTrader in high priority, you have to go in your task manager, make sure you go to the details window, under details, advanced. Then it gives you the option to right click any executable that's already running and then set it to high priority, which, yeah, I mean, we need high priority right when it starts. So that will be advantageous to you. So if we scroll down in here, Control F, since I already know what I'm looking for here, and for primary purposes, but these are all of the performance steps that we do recommend that you put onto your PC. This is for not just for NinjaTrader stuff. This is for gamers. Like if you are a gamer, you know that let's see, let's go right here. There we go. You know, you need to get your machine running at its fastest. You want to turn things off, like turn off your real-time protection while you're playing the video game. Not saying that you keep it off all the time, but during your trading events, during your gaming events, you want to make sure that your computer, when you are using a high-end application that needs to be, you know, not messed with, and the files that are coming into it not addressed, not continuously scanned, you don't want any hangups while you are trying to trade, right? So this is, in my opinion, very super helpful there. That is a bat file that we put on your machine when you install AlgoBox. So you don't have that installed, make sure you go and run the 2-week free trial. and that bat file will actually run and launch that for you. So asking me how I do it, here's a nice little visual. This is literally me clicking on run, and that's also dropping a shortcut there on my desktop. So you can create a shortcut, right click the file right there, click create shortcut, and the shortcut can be dragged to your desktop for that as well. Okay, so yeah, and then as far as rebooting it or stopping it if NinjaTrader hangs up or you're having problems connecting, then you can open up Task Manager and just kill process like you normally would any other app in Windows, and then go and run your bat file, and it kind of does all the work for you. You don't have to go do all the clear cache like you would have to do manually. It will do all that for you and set the high priority. Someone said, where do I find the docs you're showing? Well, that would be a very important thing to know. You can go to docs.algoboxpro.com. But we go through the entire thing in the boot camp. Now, I believe, Mr. Lawrence, I believe you've been around a while. I'm a little concerned that you haven't been through the boot camp, because boot camp, we literally go through all of this. So it's 8 videos, and we did a whole 8-day boot camp where people could come along and ask questions along the way during the live event. However, it is recorded now, and we even did cuts on it and everything else. So the shortest version of going through all of our documentation, but there's the AlgoBox documentation right there. If you go to algoboxpro.com at the very top, you just click on documentation, or go straight to docs.algoboxpro.com, and that'll take you there. So here's our website. So if you're on our website there, definitely, if you have not done so, this is the weekend to do it, folks. Get caught up so you can come in with us on Monday, ready to rock and roll, right? We are doing some really fun things there, in my opinion, in February. And at the same time, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I will actually like the trader funding extra rules or not. What I do like is the opportunity to trade across multiple accounts, knowing that I can press one button and trade 5 or up to, I think I'm going to do 5 and 5. I think I'm going to do 5 Apex, 5 Funded Next, the 2 trading programs that we do suggest for our traders. If you're going to go with them, then go with the best. And it's just my opinion. Again, everybody's got their opinions on things, but Apex and Funded Next, I'm not going to be concerned with them getting people paid out. There are 2 different things around that, which are what we'll talk about. We'll talk about the trailing drawdown. People have the misconception in Apex that there's a continuous trailing drawdown, and that's not necessarily the case. Although some people refer to the 30% drawdown rule as a trailing drawdown. Well, you could call it that, but it's just that any given trade, you don't want to have a drawdown of 30% of the profits that you already have. So technically, I guess you could say that might be trailing, but that's just a breach warning too. So those are the things that you want to know. There's so many rules around it. It is kind of hard to keep up with. And I don't even say kind of. I believe it's actually hard to keep up with. That's also why I do suggest that when people get into these trader funding programs, I do not understand the trader funding hoppers. Okay, what is a trader funding hopper? Someone who's hopping around between trader funding programs, and you're continuously having to think through new rules. Like, what are the new rules for this one? What are the new rules for that one? I play like this when I do this one. I play like this when I do this one. And at the same time, even Twitter traders are out there saying you should simplify your trading, and yet they're the same ones telling you to go to every trader funding program under the sun. I don't think that's wise. But then again, what do I know? I've just been around the markets for 20 plus years, and I know that the markets are difficult as it is. So why would I add any bulk to what I'm doing? Unless I am practicing. Now people say, well, it's good practice. No, it's not. None of those rules that you're applying in trader funding programs are going to apply to you in real life. There are going to be times when you need to take more risk. There are going to be times when you need to take less, depending on what the market conditions are. The markets are not continuous or consistent. So, locking yourself into being consistent every day with the exact same numbers every single day, in my opinion, not really realistic for long term. Short term, if you don't have funds, if you cannot fund your own account, I think trader funding programs are a great way to get yourself funded, to go through look, any effort in life is going to take time to be able to put away capital for yourself. So going through trader funding programs to get yourself to a live account, and almost all of the trader funding programs now are getting you to a live account, which is good. I think regulations are coming around that arena where they will maybe be forced to. I hear a lot of rumors going around that will be a forced case in the near future for all the trader funding programs to have a path to live, because otherwise, technically speaking, they're basically CFDs and contract for difference. All of those were banned in the United States back in 2008, 2009. So I believe for them to distinguish themselves between that, it would need a path to live. So okay, we'll go into a lot of that in February. We're going to have a lot of conversations around that. But before that, go to algoboxpro.com, go to the top, go to training this weekend, get through the boot camp. Okay, welcome to boot camp. You'll scroll down here. Your 8-day boot camp playlist is right here. So day 1, day 2, all the way through day 8. This is going to go through all the documentation that we just talked about. So if we go up here to the very top, what is AlgoBox? We start at the top, talk about the 2-week free trial, discount offers, affiliate programs, how to install. This is very important. Next, finish to get our stuff installed. It's not hard. A lot of other things take a lot more effort. We will set up the workspaces for you out of the box. There's a beginner's course. If you have never traded futures ever, we have an AlgoBox beginner's course. Help if I had this centered properly so it would look nice for you guys. We spent a lot of time making our graphics and all that kind of stuff. May as well show it the appreciation it deserves. The AlgoBox beginner's course there, if you have never traded futures before, the basics stuff. We oftentimes get, I won't say stuck in, but we focus on the execution. We focus on the strategies, but there are people who are just absolutely brand new, never traded the markets before, that need a rundown, need a, hey, you know, what is a long, what's a short? You know, no, don't make fun of the people who are brand new. There's a lot of people. I mean, you remember when you were new, you're like, what's a futures contract? All of the basic stuff we have condensed. If you're wondering, like, well, what's a tick? Like, why is one tick $5 in the NASDAQ? What does all that mean? Why is the ES $12.50 a tick? All that type of stuff that we take for granted as traders who've been around the markets for forever, that is all here in the beginner's course. And we go over that in the 8-day bootcamp as well. Although we kind of brush over that pretty quick because, again, we do just tell you, hey, you'll need to go and learn a few of these things on your own if you're trying to figure that out. But maybe just follow along in the live streams. You'll probably catch on pretty quick. We focus on the strategies. Now, before that, though, we do want to put things together like the fundamentals. So what are fundamentals? They're the individual components that we put together to execute with. Like, for instance, what is an alpha omega cross? Because I see that, and we're using that in combination with a fib dot, or we're using that in combination with an enigma. What are those? So the individual components, what is just an alpha omega by itself? How do I tune those to the proper numbers in current market conditions? There are only really 2 major things each week. I don't want to say they're major. One of them is major, one of them is minor, that we want to do at the beginning of the week. One is run the optimization and get the optimized range for the week. Currently this week on the NASDAQ, it's 37. Each instrument has a number value that we put out for you on Monday and Sunday. That's literally the only thing you have to change on your charts. Change one chart. Secondarily, you may want to tune your alpha omegas so that you find the pivot number that's currently active in the market. Now, that's a mouthful. You'll learn what that is if you go through the alpha omega tuning section. Okay. So after we cover fundamentals, we go into the strategies themselves, how to put them together. Each of our strategies has a 2-pillar concept of a powerful structure, multi-confluence structure, which could be harmonic, which again, a harmonic is made of multi-fib in a series and a sequence. Fibella dots, which are multi-fib levels plus an Elliott wave landing in one location. Nice structure to be used, plus an RTOFA event. RTOFA events come straight out of our Flow Master system. Now, don't get lost on any of the stuff that I'm saying right now. We walk you through it. We talk you through it. The system will turn it into a video game for you. In my opinion, it's quite easy. Once you have it, everything is in 2s. We have 2-step filtering to know our direction. Check over here to know the direction of the nerd, NASDAQ, ES, RTY, and the Dow. Those are the correlated instruments that work together oftentimes. So we want to know where that direction is. This is a MACV Ultimate that is available inside of our Discord members for our premium members. So you will have the feed of the current and most recent side, like where's the market riding right now. It's been all green side here this morning, pre-market. Last time we touched on the red was 8:40 this morning, 8:30 ish. Yeah, 8:30s we were to the red. Now we have been to the buy side. And what we really care about is, well, what's valid right now? There's my current filter right now. I'm literally hovering my mouse over the buy button only, and I want to look for the arrow. Secondarily, two things. That's it. What's the current one? Is it red or green? Now, inside of the fiddle zone, we have certain things that we do inside the fiddle zone versus outside. Right now, we are inside the fiddle zone. Okay, so we are target wanting here. We're not trying to hit home runs if we are inside the fiddle zone, or don't trade at all. It is the job of a trader is to know when not to trade. Knowing when to trade is easy. Having your play set up, you don't want to take every play set up that you ever, come across your screen. Unless you're in your middle 40 days, which I do recommend that during your middle 40 days that you practice quantity. So take a lot of swings. But when you are live, your job as a trader is to filter through and play the best play setups. And get to your personal P&L targets that day. So the way that I approach the markets, and you don't have to do it this way, but the way that you are coming to me as a mentor, going, well, how do you do it, Vinny? I think of the market when I come in the morning as I've got 5 trades to play with here. This is kind of like my 5 lives in a video game. And within those 5 lives, I really only need 2 winners. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So there's that concept of 2. We have 2 filters. I'm sorry, 2-step filter for the direction. I have the nerd plus the arrow. That's 2. I'm looking for 2 trades, winner, winner, chicken dinner. And what are the 2 things I need for an entry? I need a complex structure plus an RTFA event. Those are our 2 things. We are going to flatten all right here. There we go. Bots just hit 1350 here on the morning on a Friday. Early in, early out. I'm going to disable those now, and I hit the flatten all button. So that flatten all button is right there. Now that flatten all button applies to the account that it's on. So the reason I don't hit this flatten all button is this is my Cyborg account where I'm trading here with you. I'll be executing, pressing the buttons over here on the right, or using my panel here to control this account, the one that I was showing up top. We zoom back out here. The very top left of my 4K screen here, remember, I do recommend getting a 4K screen. So remember, a 4K equals 4 screens. It is the equivalent to 4 1080p screens, so you'll have plenty of real estate to work with where you can trade and look at 4 instruments at a time perhaps, or get a nice spread in front of you for whatever other reasons you might want to do. However, up here up top, the market's been moving here while I have been gabbing away. We are about 45 seconds from the US Open, so I'm trying to speed this up here, but we are at 1350 across these. When the markets on a Friday hit about $1,000 for me on the bots, I go ahead and close them up. Here we go. We have 30 seconds to the US Open. Now, I also like to sit on my hands for the first 5 minutes. I don't really want to have to take any plays unless absolutely everything lines up, right? I need my 2 filters plus a great play entry. If you are new with us and you're installing the 2-week free trial, you have a layout that looks like this. We'll read from high time frame down to low. Here on the live stream here, I've condensed this, and you're looking at my entry chart, which is that bottom right one there on that chart layout. We go through all this in the boot camp, so make sure you get through that there this weekend. Here we go. Markets are opening right now.
Market on open imbalance. S&P 500 sell size 228 million. Nasdaq 100 buy side 5.2 million. Dow 43 million. Max 7 buy side.
Okay, so I'm not wanting to be tempted into a play right now. Market gets a little wild here at the beginning. So one of the things that I want to show here is now print out one of these cheat sheets. There are 2 of them. So if you want to print out both, great. But start with one. If you are new, go through those, learn 4 or 5 of these to make, well, you want to learn all of them, but then you pick out 4 or 5 that you like. It's literally just, hey, which ones do you like? There's nothing magic about particular ones. Although there are ones that are more popular than others, and I do recommend some of those, like the Super AO. and the Enigma. This is the home of the Enigma here. Nobody else has that.
Lower.
And I think you're gonna, once you see it, you're gonna know. So normally I would take that short for sure. We have a Mega Late Nate followed by a 7.3. If I wasn't gabbing away here, I probably would have taken a stab at that. A straight up move there into a DCR. Also on the right over here, you had a 10.5. I'm sure some of our members grabbed that there. That is at the top of that red zone range that we had from yesterday. On a 10.5, yeah, you're going to short that pretty much every time. So I might have missed my first great easy play there while I'm gabbing away here this morning. Okay, plenty of time. Plenty of time. I see a big bear came in on the optimized range. We have a 1,000 level bear. I want to come in here and mark right there. All right, everybody see it? If you see it, type a 1. Make sure you get it done. So we are going to put a red zone on that leg right there. And then we want to mark up a 250 tick area down below that. And this becomes a defense leg zone that bear will oftentimes want to defend if we come back into it. Inside that defense leg area, if you watch the defense leg video, we're looking for 3 alpha omega crosses inside that zone where I can build a position. I will often start to build a position on cross 1, finishing my completion of the build on cross 3. That is a 9.3 with a delta shift here. I'm going to give that one more shot here as we have come. We'll show you here on the right here what this play looks like here in just a moment. Looking for 40 ticks for my first play there. There's 48. Targets filled. All right. Trade number 1 for me, although this one should have been trade number 1. This one ends up being trade number 1 for me. That is a 9.3 delta shift at the top of a channel and then a pink dot. I should have added on that pink dot and been a little bit larger here. Trade number 1 didn't quite size appropriately on that one. Off on the right here, we also had a power headshot come in right there with a double dot and divergence, all kinds of things on the higher time frame to say that that was probably going to be an easy one. So I went ahead and grabbed an easy peasy for me for trade number 1. 2,900 on that first play there this morning. Remember, I am on the 5s. 5 algo bars right now, and just played that like a little video game there and executed. Trade 1 is done. Target 1, target 2 hit on that. And why didn't I hold it farther than that? Remember, right now we are on the filter side, we are green, so I'm looking for a T1 for trade number 1. Yeah, so Antonio, even though the nerd was not on my side there, I can go T1. So I talk about this a lot. If I'm going to take a perfect play setup, oh, there's another one. I'm going to take that right there. That is a power moonshot short right there. Again, I am going to target 1. Right now, target 1 is 35 ticks on the 5s. So target 1 is a 35 tick. So I'm looking for 35 ticks, 35 to 40 ticks on that target. There we go. And targets filled. Beautiful right there. It's that easy. It is that easy. Boom. I see the play. I take it. Make sense? 7,800 on the morning. It's early and early out Friday. That is how it's done. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. It's almost too easy. It's almost too easy sometimes. It's too easy. Now I'm going to think about my bonus over here on the right. A little celebrating. Can't celebrate too much because we are so early in the game. That is trade number 1 and trade number 2, and I'm up 7,500. 5 minutes past the U.S. Open. 9:35 right now. Try that with any other system. You can't. There is not a system out there like this one. This is 10 years in the making. This is our 10th year. Can you believe that? I am so old. 10th year public. Many years prior to that to develop what we have here. Welcome aboard.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
There's a super AO. I can get another one right here. Are they just handing out cake here this morning? This is a super AO. I'm hearing buyers on the tape here.
Q3.
Okay, I mean, this might be my bonus here.
Enigma long on the
We are still against the nerd. That is a super AO, so risky. There's a red dot, super dot.
NQ on the 9.
20, and there it is. Targets filled. Almost. Oh man, $400 superstition kicking in. $400 away from 10K. Superstition is on. I have a $400 superstition. Started with a super AO, ended with a super dot, and then we get the dropout once again. Again, I'm not going to hold it for more because why? Just like we said, the nerd is currently green. You don't have to take those plays right now. Just saying, with the nerd right now, it is green. So if I'm going to take those, I've got a scalp, which is going to be T1. What is your T1? It's based on what bar size you're on right now. Right now we are on the 5s, so I've got a 35 tick, 40 tick for T1. Oftentimes on those lower time frames, you'll see me look for a 20 bag that you have seen a lot when I was on the 4s would be a 20. If you're down on the 3s, it's 10 or 15, etc.
Lower bands.
Another Enigma there. Could have grabbed another bag there for that one. Delta shift plus, I mean, they were just handing out cake here this morning. I'm gabbing away about my $400 superstition, but there's another, I mean, huge. Right, now we're shifting to neutral. As soon as that goes red, we'll look for that first play in that direction.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 5.
Early in, early out on a Friday. I pretty much want to be done and go hang out with the fam right about now.
On the 37.
But we'll stay in here a little bit longer because, you know, hey, we're staying until 10 o'clock. So buckle up. We'll talk more about what we're going to be doing on Monday with the trader funding programs.
Enigma short on the NQ on the 37.
And get that AlgoBox code to get your 90% off of those Apex accounts right up there. I'll be grabbing mine today after after we close up here. I'll stay at the desk here. I'm literally going to go and purchase them. I might do some recording of that so that I can maybe talk you guys through the process, because if you've never done it before, and this is my first time at it, to go, okay, so you want to see a trader funding program? Remember, I'm doing this in the shortest month of the year, doing it in February, and we'll be running across multiple accounts. Because you might be like, well, if we can make so much, why would we go down? Well, when you're multiplying and you're running it across 10 accounts, so $200 is $2,000 kind of thing, right? $400 is $4,000, etc. Now on Apex, you can go up to 20 accounts, and our copier does allow you on just one instance to go up to 20 accounts. Now, some people trade more. I just heard, I was talking to him, but I was listening in to Mike Schwartz there this morning, and he's running 26 accounts. Sounded like he had, some trouble the other day, and he blew out all his accounts, and so he was talking through his process of reloading those there this morning. So I was listening in. I feel bad for him on his blowouts, but he lost all of his accounts all at once.
NQ on the 5.
I don't know. I didn't hear the whole story on it, but I heard him talking about this morning that he lost them all, so he had to load them all. And so he was talking about getting them into his trade copier there this morning. Those are things that you have to deal with. Okay, I'm going to throw this in here. This is, look, I got a $400 superstition. I got a switch dot. That is a very large. It's a 15.4 super AO. Yikes. Pushing against me there. Might be a mistake here. Looked a little juicy. So now I'm going to work the position, and I'm going to try to close out as we hit my POE. I just missed my POE exit. It is literally moving so quick right there. Should have added on the dots. Trying for that $400 superstition. That $400 superstition gets me almost every time, I tell you. If I am $400 away from a psychological target and I try to get that last 400 bucks, it usually costs me. Okay, I'm going to pull half as we hit my POE. I'm going to add on the dot. Let's see if the superstition is going to hit me again. Is it going to rob me of my 10K, or am I going to get my 400 bucks? I can't believe I'm having to work this hard for 400 bucks on a trade. There's the super dot. Add to position on my super dot. Hearing buyers all over the tape here. King timing. Oh, don't make a run on me. You're a pink dot. Missed my entry. Did not fill me. The $400 jinx is on. I think I have jinxed myself by saying it. We'll see.
Long on the NQ3.
Yep. And look how hard it was to get through that play. Already getting me.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Was not an easy straight to 400 bucks. Once again.
Enigma short down
All right, I'm going to peel half there, and we'll see. Am I going to get it? That is a super AO. I need to hear sellers.
Touch NQ on the 89.
I am playing all P&L right now.
Enigma long on the CL1.
Seuss. Is it going to let me get away with one? Remember, this started at that 15.4 right here.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
Okay, there's my 10K at that white cross. Let's see if I'm going to get a little more out of it, or if I am going to pay for being greedy here. 10K on that white cross. I'm going to pull half right there, and boom, that's 10K. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, that last 400 bucks, I don't know what it is. If I'm $400 away psychologically from a major level, I end up eating heat for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. But if you watch my live streams, almost every time, bonus puts me over 10K on a Friday. 9:42, 12 minutes past the US Open. We came online getting our machines warmed up there at 9 o'clock, so good 42 minutes of work there this morning. You follow Mike? Yeah, actually Mike Schwartz. I mean, I hate to say it, hate to brag, but I kind of taught him everything he knows, but then he got a taste of money, and he decided he wanted to run and gun, so he doesn't like us anymore. So sad for him, sad for us. You know, we'd love to have him back. We have invited him multiple times, but he's a fake nice guy. That whole fake nice guy routine he plays. Yeah, that's when you catch the real Mike behind the scenes. Yeah, you'll see there's more to Mike than meets the eye. We'll just put it that way. Which is fine. Again, we have invited him. He still has an open invitation. If he wants to come back to AlgoBox, he absolutely can. Or he can keep blowing all of his accounts like he does, and you know, do your thing, bro. But hey, he's getting paid so much from trader funding programs. He figured out, I think, again, I can't claim this for sure, just my opinion. I think Mike has figured out a way that if he keeps having all of his people who are following him blow their accounts all the time, they keep using his code, and you know, I think the first time we kind of caught a glimpse of that, he was very excited that he said that Apex was paying him $15,000 a month to have people blow their accounts. So, I mean, 15K, I guess that's nothing to snuff at. But once he had a taste there, he was going to ride with them, and well, AlgoBox would just make too much. He couldn't have people blowing their accounts with AlgoBox. I don't know. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Let's see. And it really hit the head. I literally asked him for an email address one day because someone was attacking my family. I said, hey, can you get me the email address for that person? He said, well, for privacy reasons, I'm not going to give you that. I'm like, well, I'm in a lawsuit against ICT and Pocket Pooper. I need that email address. And I mean, listen, you know, people, they get these little attitudes all of a sudden when they have their when they got their little taste of money. They're like, you know, I don't need your little commissions anymore for helping people find AlgoBox. So he said, you know, I'm not getting that email address, and well, that wasn't cool.
Lower bands touch NQ. Short on the
not like I'm perfect. I'm sure I did a bit of yelling, being like WTF, and well, then he's like, oh, okay, and then he went and deleted all of my videos. So he deleted all AlgoBox video related content and everything else, and it was like, okay,
fib.nq.
Okie dokie. So sad for him, sad for us. And sad for my family at the time. It was actually what I cared about, because the threats, if you guys have not seen the videos where, you know, we had to record all the stuff that was going on with the ICT Muppets, and then Pocket Pooper jumping on top of that and everything else. It was wild. So we took him to court, put him out of business, and then of course what does he do? Relaunch under a new name, and he's all out there just doing the same thing. So
Double delta
yeah, don't waste your time. Anyhow, it's Friday. Let's talk about some good things, shall we?
NQ on the 5.
Let's see, what do we got here? We're coming down to the bottom of that zone. Alpha Prime, this is a trap. That was from earlier. Was it a bull trap or a bear trap? Don't just say a trap. Bull trap or bear trap, bro. Alpha Prime, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Bull trap or bear trap?
Touch NQ on the 37. Lower bands touch NQ on the 37. Double delta NQ on the 5.
You know to call the side as well.
Fib.NQ on the 5.
9.5 Enigma was a huge one. Yep.
Long on the YM2.
And it had the power moonshot with it. Yep.
Fib.NQ on the 5. Lower bands touch NQ.
All right. J hook, target 1, target 2, and target 3 all the way through that J hook. Did a cave develop in there?
NQ on the 5.
You could debate that to be a cave, but I really only like to count it a cave if it's like absolutely 0. So that's not a 0 cave, so I don't need to mark that one really. I don't need that white line anymore. Actually, I'm going to clear the decks from yesterday. Control R, remove all drawing objects. There we go.
NQ on the 37.
We'll start with some fresh drawings here on Friday. We still have 13 minutes till 10 a.m.
Down NQ on the 9.
Whiskers, 10K for the 940 reversal. Did you grab that 940 reversal? Very, very nice. Was it the short right here? Yeah, 940 to 950 reversal kicked in. Beautimus. Yeah, if you can get us a screenshot in the public chat, would love to see that play. Whiskers is the 940 to 950 reversal master. He claims that as his own. Okay, we got a nice 9.9 right here with divergence. Likely another push down here off of that one right there. Already moved down 102 ticks to the bottom of the bowl off of that 9.9.
Fib.NQ on the 5.
He posted in the chat. Thank you, Whiskers. Happy Friday, sir. You are a rock star.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
Wow, 10,300 on that play. Very nice. I love the little, looks like you had a little tiny long in there, 125 bucks, and then like 10K to the other side. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. I think the bots had some longs for me here. Let me hit generate here. What's today? The 30th?
Long on the GC2. Enigma short on the N.
So here's how my P&L has laid out there. Do we have any longs? I think we did.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 37.
On the bots. Yeah. 1690 on the long side.
Divergence down NQ on the 9.
And I know you're probably thinking, well, the bots were up 1350. Well, remember, they traded both directions, right? They had some longs, some shorts. Oh, there's a short right there. We're gonna get another short right here. Oh, okay. I'm gonna toe in the water on this. I can't pass that up. It is a super AO. And over on the right, there we go. Another bag. Added about 800 on that. Too quick to really even respond to appropriately. But right before that, we had divergence over on the right on the high time frame, along with that super AO. We have triples right here. There's a delta shift, and there's an enigma up top. I gotta grab that. It's an enigma up top on a super power moonshot.
Touch NQ on the 37.
Exuberant buying in here. So as it comes back to my POE, I'm gonna pull half, and targets filled. Let's go. Let's go. Added another 1K to the Barbie. Let's go all the way to the ET35. That's a 35 tick target for T1. It marks it up there for me. If you want to change your setting, I did this earlier in the week. So if you notice, like yours says ET20, if you are new with us or out of the box default, you have ET20 for the lower time frames. Remember, I have moved up to the 5 time frame for my entry chart because I'm prepping for Monday, getting ready for trader funding programs. That literally changes the game on what you have to do or what you can do. Some extra guardrails, if you will, for trader funding programs. So to play that game, I have a strategy around that. I'm going to use the higher time frame, and then I'm going to literally shorten the target. Like I literally only need to scalp a few ticks for trader funding programs, and then use the multiplier effect. And what is the multiplier? The trade copier, the great equalizer, the great multiplier. And you can trade 10 accounts. So like $100 is $1,000. Oh, you accidentally had your ATM on small. Whiskers is a sniper. He stalks that 940 reversal. That's right. And you know what? What a great way to play. I mean, when I was coming up with that strategy, you know, I'd seen that turn at that time so often, and then we needed something to apply to it. So you still don't just blindly grab a reversal during that time window. But if you get a play setup like an Enigma plus a Power Moonshot or a Super AO on the higher time frame, we had a play, right? We had a play, and usually good for 40 minimum, almost a 40 minimum tick target on those. Whiskers, for that 10K move, do you know approximately how many? What was the tick move on it?
Lower bands touch NQ on the 30.
Give people an example.
Lower bands touch
100 ticks. 100. Okay, he did. Look at this. So Whiskers actually loaded it up here for this morning. That's really nice. So Whiskers, love the 940 reversal. Here's where he was showing the setup. If I could, the proper sizing on my windows here, do a better job displaying. So he's got it zoomed in right there. It was a multi-enigma that set up at 940. He had an 11.8 and a 21 on, it's in a blue chart, so it's probably higher time. Yep, 9 on the 9s. I don't even think I have the Enigmas turned on the 9s. But you know, you make me want to turn it on there. Do I need to? What do you guys think? Type a 1 if I should. Do you guys think I should put the Enigmas on the 9 chart? After I saw that, okay, I might just do that. I just never think about taking an entry directly off of this chart, but I have said you can, and they are bigger plays. Holy cow. You know, should I do it? Yeah, I'm seeing all ones. You guys are like, Vinny, why don't you have that on there? Yeah, me too.
NQ on the 37, NQ3.
So yeah, he's like, here's the setup. Then on the lower time frame, he's on the 4s, and he's got a DCR. I'm sorry, no, double cross, double move, because you've got opposing colors, right? 5-4, 5-4, very nice. A down move, neutralized, so you got a beautiful target down there for the diamond as well. Very nice.
Double delta NQ on the 9. Enigma long on.
And then let's see how the rest of that developed there. So then 100 tick bag overfilled. Yeah, who needs an order filled when you can have an overfilled? Overfilled. Overfilled. Let's go.
Fib.NQ on the 5.
That's such a clean P&L. 10,300. 9.9 profit factor. Like basically no drawdown. That's so awesome. Excellent work, sir. Plutonium. Oh, I love watching Plutonium screenshots as well. We get to go through here and see his analysis. He's got his full screenshot in there. You want to head over to Discord there. You want to get that on a 4K screen so you can zoom in and see it. He's running on a 4K. Sometimes it's hard to see that 4K stuff on the
DCDM NQ, Delta NQ on the 5.
Lower time frames. or I'm sorry, on the smaller screens. So get that going. Looks really good on my 4K here. I got a 43-inch in the center to kind of let me spread things out, but it might look a little bit different if you're trying to check that out on a phone. Or according to YouTube stats, like 80% of people are watching my videos on mobile. It's pretty cool, but at the same time, it's like really kind of gives you perspective on our overuse of our phones. Do we ever put our phones down anymore? Like, attached.
Double delta NQ on the 37. Double delta NQ on the 5. Enigma long on the GC2. Enigma long on the GC2. Double delta NQ on the 37. Enigma long on the GC2. Upper bands touch NQ on the 37. Long on the GC2. Double delta NQ on the 9 on the 37.
Hey, we got 3 minutes to get to 100 likes.
37.
So you know the drill. Come on, let's do it. Smash that like button, please, if you have not done so already.
Fib.NQ 5.
We're trying to get to 100 likes here. We can do it. There's about 130
on the 37.
people hanging out here with us. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Oh, look at that reversal right there.
Enigma long on the
one of my favorites. It's just so easy to see. You know, so here's the thing. When people say, well, you know, how would I choose? Some things just scream at you. This one is one that kind of screams at me. It's so easy to see. When I get two ready DDs right next to each other, it just kind of visually it stands out to me. That's an easy one. Like, there's not a lot of read to it. It's like comes up to an area, double ready DD right next to each other, which technically speaking, remember, a double delta is a double. So if you have a double double, you have quadruple.
Divergence up and
right
on the 9.
This one's a quadruple plus a 7.1. So you have a super duper AO right there.
Double delta.
Right. Super is the first one. Second one, we just say we don't want to say super super. So what do we say? We say super duper. Super duper AO short. Let's get the measurement on it. How big did it go? Down to the next one, 180 ticks. 180 ticks. Very nice. Now, mind you, that's probably because, look at the nerd. So someone asked earlier, well, what happens? What's the difference between one with the nerd and against the nerd? So you kind of saw me, most of my trades there were like 35, 40 ticks each when I was against the nerd. Look at these with the nerd, right? 180 ticks. So, you know, you can just wait. If you're patient enough to just wait for the plays that come in the direction of the nerd plus the arrow, you can just get one big one, right? 180 ticks. I mean, that's all three of my trades combined. If I did 40, 40, 40, then that's 120, right? This one is 40, 40, 40, 40, like 4 of those, you know?
Lower bands touch NQ on the 37. Lower bands touch NQ on the 37.
Yeah, Plutonium's trades, yeah, brings a ton of value to our members. Like, seriously, he's awesome.
Lower bands touch.
I love you guys who contribute in the room there. It is very valuable. I don't think I say it enough to you guys who do contribute in the room there, but I mean, just go in the room and go look for yourself. Now, I like to take a lot of that stuff if, you know, look at a public chat, things can just scroll by and get lost. Don't worry, we don't lose it. I have me and my team, both Neo and Timko and Eddie, to help us save stuff that is valuable into the trading wisdom section. So if you want some of that really good stuff, go into the trading wisdom menu on the left hand side and you will see past conversations that have happened out in the public chat that are just, you know, sometimes, you know how it is. There's just an amazing conversation you had with somebody, whether it's on Discord or, you know, on a phone call or text, and you're just like, man, this is like such good information. You want to save it, right? And oftentimes you do save it somewhere, but for the benefit of all, we do have a room on the left. We do our best to try to save all of that really valuable conversation into an area where you can kind of condense it. I don't think you can walk into that trading wisdom room and not come out smarter or just better in your trading if you go in there. Try me on it. Go and check out Trading Wisdom on the left-hand side of Discord. Start at the bottom, move your way up, or start at the top and move your way down.
NQ on the 9.
Just walk through 10 of those conversations in there and see if you're just not like, oh, like you're probably going to have a eureka moment on something somewhere in there. I would be surprised if you don't. Let's put it that way.
Fib.NQ on the
Some really good stuff in there in the Trading Wisdom section. It's stuff that I put in there as well. If there are things that I really think, like conceptually, the one we talked about recently was twos. Simplify your trading down to two things.
NQ on the 5.
Now there's sets of two, but
NQ on the 9.
you know, most people go to the gym and do sets of 8 to 10. You can do sets of two here. Right? You can do
Enigma short on the ES1.
two-step nerd plus arrow.
Enigma
You can do complex structure plus RTFA, 2. You can do winner winner chicken dinner, 2. Oh, there's a play right there. All right, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna toe in the water here, see if I can get a quick bag. We just went, nerd is on the way up here, so it's dangerous. We did push into the green. Yeah, so we're pushing through. I'm hearing buyers all over the tape there. And I'm gonna close it out. All right, taking a little loss there on that one. So had the play, just moved into the nerd there, but coming back to neutral. I could have held that one out. I could have. You can't win them all. Yeah, they just pushed it a little bit farther through than that, and they did touch the nerd to the green side. All 4 correlated instruments give it enough to nudge through, but I mean, that's a beautiful power head shot right there. Could have added in on the cross right there. And again, I just don't want to give anything back on a Friday. If I lock in 10K, I'm locking it in. I'm not giving a dime back to the markets, right? I want to hold on to that. So I'm going to be extra cautious there on plays. After I have reached a decent target on a Friday, especially.
Fib.NQ on the 5. Enigma long on the GC2.
10:03.
NQ on the 5.
We've got 7 minutes until coffee time here.
Fib.NQ on the 5. Fib.NQ on the 5. Enigma long on the GC2 on the 5. Divergence down short on the
Noob, you have the Enigma on the MACV. Awesome.
Enigma long on the GC2.
Don, that's standard for you. Yeah, you're like, you crazy, son? Why would you not have Enigmas on the
Achieve goals in the Ukraine war.
MACV chart? I think I might not have, because I feel like I would be tempted to.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
I try not to just take plays off of that directly, but I feel like I am so confident in the Enigmas because I just know the juice that's in them that I might just take every single one if it come off the 9s, which I guess is that really a problem? But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Plutonium, I got it on every chart. You got it on the 89s? And you got any pictures, any screenshots of an Enigma on an 89? Like, I don't even know what that looks like. My original design, I did not design it to do that. Its original OG design was to get great plays with the AB2s to catch those inefficiencies and the structures coming in to the Z-axis along with structures on time and price, XYZ combined. But yeah, on the 89, I imagine it could be kind of cool. GC is 414 on AB right now. Insane. Oh, speed? 414 speed on the 4s. Wow. Yeah, it's printing. Gold is printing legs. Holy cow. Look at this. Whoa.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 37.
There's a lot of gold news out there, like
divergence down and double delta.
I was hearing people talk about the gold all over the place, even places you don't normally see it. There's a okay, I gotta take that one.
NQ on the 30s.
I got to. I shouldn't. I should be done on the day. This one might kick me. That is a super duper crab coming up fast. Don't think it's gonna last. Those are kind of my generals. I'm gonna take half as we come to my POE, so half is confident as it didn't go straight away.
Enigma long on the YM2 on the 37.
Sizing down. Can I get?
Upper bands touch NQ on.
Can I get it? There's an 8-6 to add.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 37.
Bulls trying to make another push at it here. They caught him on the trap on those double sixes down there, and they are marching this up. They just completely ignored my super duper. Boo! All right. Power dot, king timing.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 37. Double delta NQ on.
Ready DD.
Upper bands touch NQ on.
Enigma. I should have just waited for the Enigma. There's the play right there, and it goes straight to target. Oy vey. Oy vey. Back to my Enigma spot here. I'm going to load up on this Enigma. 10-4. Making me go.
Upper bands
making me go heavy on a Friday. Boo. What time is it? 10:07.
Touch NQ on
3 minutes before coffee time. I just couldn't resist.
Fib.NQ on.
I couldn't resist.
NQ on 37. Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
Here's what it looks like on a high time frame. 7.4 might have saved me. We'll see. Yikes. A 9 right back behind it to shove it back up. Well, should have waited on that Enigma. Should have waited. Got tempted right there. Could have closed it out right here as we... Well, no, because that 8-6 came in there. That was... perfect storm. Bad timing.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
And that is just too juicy of a trap down there. I think they're running everybody who got in short right there. I'm gonna put a line here to go. All right, we crossed through that, and I'll have to start peeling. Take the loss.
NQ on the 5. Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
It down there for me. All right, another Enigma to the other side. Am I gonna get any juice out of it? Zeus.
US Treasury updates Iran related sanctions list.
Oh, it broke through the dot. So Bear's not holding control there. Otherwise that dot should have held.
The Treasury sanctions 2 entities alleged link to IRGC.
Red dot should be adding, but I'm too heavy. I'm not going to add on that dot.
Upper bands touch NQ on the A.
Bartley.
On the ES1.
Only if I hear sells. Here's the higher time frame. Into a Gartley. Is it going to hold? Don't break it. Okay, it held. Add.
Enigma long on the GC2. Fib.NQ on the 37. Fib.NQ
WTO panel issues a report.
Red dot should be adding, but I'm too heavy. I should be adding right there. True chicken. There's my sellers. There's my sellers trying to hold to an opposing signal now. There's an opposing signal. I got a big green dot right there. I'll pull half right there. Waiting for a red to add. There's my red. There's my red add. Switch dot. Here we go. Come on, be the one. Switch dot. Drop it. Come on down to that diamond for me. Thank you. Into the diamond Gartley. Holding out some runners. There's an 11.8. Now I'll close it out. All right, 15K. That's it. We're done. Well, I say we're done. I'm done. I'm done. Got away with one. Came all the way down. This tells me... Okay, I gotta put this always on top here so I can draw on it. I wish my drawing tool would allow me, like... The drawing tool needs to be always on top.
NQ on the 5. Upper bands touch and
Gartley held. If it hadn't, that was a decision point right there. If that hadn't held, then
NQ on the 5.
Wouldn't have been able to do it. That is why we exit on the opposing signal, folks. You're like, well, why don't you hold it a little bit longer? Look, that happens a lot. Okay, we get to an opposing signal when the other side is trying to gain control, trying to gain a footing. You just, that can happen. Look at that. Yeah, oof, look at that rip. Look at that rip. My goodness.
Upper bands touch and
now I can look to short this again here because we are coming into divergence. Let's see if I get a play. There's a GLR right there at the P point. So if it hits right here, I will look for, I want to short right about there. Technically speaking, there's a super AO here in buyers in, super strong buy.
Fib.NQ on
I'd like to get him, give him a nice juicy extended run, catch him off sides.
NQ on the 5.
We have posted out the
into the P point would be awesome.
On the feed 333.
Get my size appropriate here. We got a 5.6 over on the higher time frame as well.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 89. Fib.NQ on the 5.
Hearing sellers coming in on that 7.2.
Fib.NQ on the 5.
Red dot. I'll go in right here.
Finger NQ on the 37.
Power headshot short at king timing. They're picking it back up.
Double delta NQ.
Ready DD. Add to position.
Russell 2000 index down 1%.
Yeah, I'm looking for a T1 here because we are against the nerd. The nerd is still green, so risky. Seuss. But I did hear sellers step in right here. I'd love to see him break through here, step in again, and I've got a, it's about a 50 tick drop to the
So just
to that channel bottom.
Basically says that the panel concludes
Regression channel.
ITC, PTC,
35.
and bonus credits are inconsistent.
Give me that 50. There's 50 ticks.
Fib.NQ.
And close her out right there. Beautiful. Oh, so close. So close to 20K. So close. So close. So close.
Touch NQ on the 37.
So close.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 37.
All right, 9:14. It is our 10:10 coffee time. What would you guys like to talk about today? Any questions for our 10:10 coffee time? Topics, conversations, questions? Pop them there in the chat, and I will try to direct my attention to the chat here. If you guys have questions for me, let me get that answered. Today, January 30th, last business day of the month. More ticks. Yeah, that's true.
Then panel said you would.
What is my broker? I don't answer questions about my broker ever.
Extra subsidy available only if certain inputs are made in the US.
Let's see, 15K, great trading, awesome, thank you.
US paid goods over.
None today on the 89, great, beautiful. Discord channels, so many OGs.
So US natural gas.
Enigma on L1 on AB9s.
5% on rising gas flows.
Yes, so I am definitely going to be adding the Enigma to my higher time frame charts. as well. Now there's a difference between adding, so a couple things. The Dream Panel Platinum has a lot of extra filtering and stuff. So if you're going to add the Enigma to the charts, just add the Enigma indicator without adding the Platinum. Just pro tip there. It will save yourself some CPU
Enigma short on
processing, and by some I mean a lot of difference. That Mac VU
Just a heads up.
is inside there. To be able to get the Mac VU information, it's got to go across 4 correlated instruments. That's going to be NASDAQ ESR2Y and the Dow built into the Platinum Dream Panel pack there. So just add the Enigma by itself without the Dream Panel pack, or use the bot pack one to reduce your CPU usage. Does that make sense? Pro tip. We got 99 likes.
Enigma long on the GC2. Enigma long on the GC2.
So close. How many ticks would you want from Enigma on the 9s? Oh, great question.
Upper bands touch.
So if we're on 4s, we want 20. We move up, we're at 35 and 40. Off the 9s, you could get 75 to 100 ticks. Like, you're looking for 100 tick drops off of the 9s or pops.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Yeah, 75 to 100 ticks. So target 1, probably 70 to be conservative.
Fib.NQ on the 5. Fib.NQ on the 9.
Might be more than that. I had to look. I need to do that back test. One of those I would need to leave and lead to experience there on that. Any of you other guys have more experience with that on those Enigma off the higher time frames? If you're gonna take them off of the 9s, estimate on some measurements on that, like a ballpark. You know, it's eyeballing.
37.
Enigma V3 on all high time frames for me. Butamus.
As it says that I'm confident we can have high growth with low inflation.
Enigma short on the NQ5.
That is a 19.6 Enigma right there. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get my 20K. I'm gonna put a risk it on a biscuit here. What do I need? About $600. Okay, into the Enigma 19.6. Seuss, I'll go 3/4 position.
The WTO panel recommended that the US bring the ITC PTC domestic content bonus credits into conformity.
There we go. That's 20K right there. I'm gonna pull half there at that Gartley. See if there's a little more in it or not. No, we're getting a little bounce up there. So got the 35 tick target there. Being a little greedy, but we are red over there. So I'm trying to hold for a target too. We went nerd back red. So I'm trying to hold it. Double delta shift. Okay, something's about to happen here. Double delta shift. Big play coming. There's my 35. Can I get my 50 ticks? There's my 50 bag. Let's go. 50 bag. Got the 50 bag. Let's go. Target 1 and target 2 acquired on a Friday. I'm going to lock that one in if that's all right with you. Before I bid the adieu. I didn't see any other questions in there. We got 99 likes. Love to get one more. If somebody wants to press that like button and stop being an a-hole. You know what I'm saying? Press that like button. Or don't. That's all right. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you guys have a great weekend. If you have not done so already, make sure you get through that boot camp. We'll see you guys on Monday. We talked a lot about trader funding programs today. It's 90% off using code AlgoBox over at Apex. So I'm going to be grabbing my Apex accounts. Let's look at what the P&L did there at the end of the day there. Wow, looks like I mean, grab your board. Let's roll. Beautiful plays there. Thanks for hanging out here with me there this morning. You guys made it enjoyable and fun there for me as well. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you guys on Monday. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Blessings on you and the families. See ya.